Welcome to this exciting program, Let's Solve It. I'm your host and your presenter, Dr. J. Without wasting your time, Let's Solve It is a mathematical program brought to you by Prime TV. The main aim of this program is to educate you, our viewers, through our cameras. This program will involve the solving and teaching of grade 9 and grade 12 mathematical questions. Without wasting your time, shall we solve it? So as for today, we'll look at fractions. Okay, but the first principle in mathematics is that when you are studying mathematics or when someone is teaching mathematics, first of all, you should master the topic. If you know the topic, then master the principle which is applicable to that topic. Okay, such that when you are alone, when you see a question, you first identify the topic, then apply the principle which is applicable to that topic. So as we start together, our first topic today is fractions. Okay, so that's the topic. Then we'll see the principle which is applicable to fractions. Okay, to start with, let's know what these two letters stand for. Okay, so this, the bottom number, the denominator, that one's the numerator. Okay, so each time you see the number on top of the other number, you know, the number on top is the numerator, the bottom number is the denominator. Okay, then we've got different kinds of fractions. Okay, this is called the proper fraction. This is called a mixed fraction. Okay, then this is called an improper fraction. So now I'll explain the three. This is called a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. This is called a mixed fraction because we've got a whole number, the numerator and the denominator. This is called an improper fraction because we've got the numerator bigger than the denominator. Okay, at least now you've got a clue what fractions are. So now let's go into the detail of fractions. Okay, we've got our first example there. Okay, this is a proper fraction and that one is a proper fraction. Now, when you see a question like this one, the first thing is we are supposed to find what is the denominator. Okay, as in what is the LCM, what is the LCM, as in the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5. It means we have to find one number in which we can divide 3 and 5 without leaving a remainder. Okay, but the first thing is check what's the bigger number between the two. Like in this case it's 5, so we can divide 5 into 5 without leaving a remainder. But can the 3 go into 5 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. So we cannot use 5 to be the denominator. Okay, so we have to find a denominator. We draw a line there. So how do we find a denominator? Do we just guess? No, there's no guessing in mathematics. So now what we do here is you multiply the two denominators to have the LCM here. Okay, so we're going to multiply 3 times 5. So 3 times 5, the answer is 15. So that is our lowest common multiple of 3 and 5. It means that these two numbers can go here into 15 without leaving a remainder. So each time when you find difficulties in finding the LCM of two numbers or two numbers, just multiply the same two numbers and they'll give you the LCM you're looking for. Okay, so now right now here we're supposed to use the denominators. We're dividing them into 15. So 3 into 15. What I mean is that you count 1 up to 15, then you start removing 3, 3, 3, 3. So how many times does 3 go into 15? The answer is 5. You open your brackets, bring the numerator in, close, then write the sign, the plus sign. Then 5 into 15. How many times does 5 go into 15? 5 into 15, it is 3. So we write 3, open brackets, write the numerator 2, then close. So now here we multiply. 5 times 1, the answer is 5. Plus 3 times 2, the answer is 6. Over our LCM, which is 15. So 5 plus 6, the answer is 11. Over 15. So now, for you to know that this answer is our final answer, if you first ask yourself, can you find any number which can go into 11 and 15 without leaving a remainder? So to start with, can 11 go into 11? Yes. Can 11 go into 15 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. There will be remainder 4. Any other number which can go into 11 and 15 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. So we end there. That's our answer. So just a recap. First of all, you master the topic. When you master the topic, then the other thing is you have to know the principle which is applicable to fractions. So when you see a question like this one thing which should come into your mind is to look for LCM, lowest common multiple. Lowest common multiple means that you find one number in which the two denominators can go into without leaving a remainder. Okay, so if you find a number into which 3 can go without leaving a remainder, but 5 can also go and leave the remainder, then that's not the LCM of the two numbers. Okay, so I said in this case, for you to have the LCM of 3 and 5, you just multiply these two numbers, then you're going to have it. 3 times 5, the answer is 15. So this is the LCM of 3 and 5. Then you divide 3 into 15. The answer was 5 and still 5. You open brackets, we put the numerator there. Plus 5 into 15, the answer is 3. Open bracket, you put the numerator there. Then now we multiply 5 times 1, the answer was 5. We write the sign, plus 3 times 2, the answer was 6. Over the LCM, which is 15. We add 5 plus 6, the answer is 11. Over the LCM, 15. Then here we ask ourselves, for you asked to be sure, we need to find a number which can go into 11 and 15 without leaving a remainder. So to start with, can 11 go into 11 without leaving a remainder? Yes. Can 11 go into 15 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. There will be remainder for any other number. The answer is there is no any other number. So the answer ends there. So to start with, I'll write these initials here. Board mass. Then I'll write a question there. Okay. So 1 whole number 2 over 3 minus 2.5 plus 3 over 4. So now, why did I write that? Board mass. Okay, so according to board mass, each time when you're solving a fraction which has got more than one sign, what I mean is that, like here, we've got a plus and a minus sign, which is more than one sign. You use board mass. Okay, it's different from the one we were using. That one we just had a single sign. So it's different from this one. This one we've got two signs, so we have to use board mass. So now let's look at board mass. What does board mass stands for? These two, they stand for brackets of. D stands for division, M multiplication, A addition, S subtraction. So board mass means that before you can use division, make sure you have utilized the brackets. Or before you use multiplication, make sure you have utilized the division sign. It's more like counting from 1 to 10. Before you reach 3, make sure you have passed through 1 and 2. Okay, so in this case, let's use board mass. As in, what is the first sign according to board mass between a minus and a plus? So now we look at which one comes first between a minus and a minus and a plus sign according to board mass. It is an addition sign, which is a plus sign. So this A stands for a plus sign, that one minus. This one divide, multiplication. So now, according to board mass, a plus sign comes first before a minus. So we are going to start solving this question using those two numbers. We're going to say 2.5 plus 3 over 4. Okay, this is because addition comes first before subtraction. Okay, so now here what we do is we're going to find the LCM. Again, the same principle, the LCM of 4 and what? So what we do here is we change this. So 0.5 means half. Okay, so this is 2 and a half. That's what the 0.5 means. Plus 3 over 4. So now we have to change this into a proper or an improper fraction. So we say here you multiply, there you add. So you say 2 times 2, the answer is 4, plus 1, 5. So we say 5 over 2 plus 3 over 4. Now here we look for the LCM of 2 and 4. So my first question is, can 4 go into 4? Since 4 is the biggest number here, yes. Can 2 go into 4? The answer is yes. So the LCM here is 4. So 2 into 4, the answer is 2. We open the brackets. We put the numerator 5 plus 4 into 4, the answer is 1. We open the brackets. We put the numerator 3 and close. So 2 times 5, the answer is 10. Plus 1 times 3, the answer is 3 over 4. 10 plus 3, the answer is 13 over 4. 13 over 4. So don't divide, because we've got a fraction here. So the answer is 13 over 4. So we have solved these two and the answer is 13 over 4. So now we have to get this. So now here we'll say 1 whole number 2 over 3 minus 13 over 4. So now pay attention. When you solve this answer, when you solve these two fractions, right, the answer you find, do not put it in front of this one. Okay? Because the answer will be wrong. This is our first fraction. So this fraction should always maintain its position. It should be there as the first fraction. If you do it the other way around, the answer will be wrong. Maybe the answer is supposed to be a negative, then you find the answer. Then you find the answer to be a negative. The answer will be wrong. So you always put this fraction on its position. It was here, so it's supposed to be before the first fraction, like the way we have done it there. So we change this into an improper or proper fraction. There's a times there, a plus sign. 1 times 3, the answer is 3. Plus 2. The answer is 5 over 3 minus 13 over 14. 13 over 4, sorry. 13 over 4. So here we need to look for the LCM of 3 and 4. The LCM of 3 and 4. So can 4 go into 4? Yes. Can 3 go into 4? The answer is yes, but you leave a remainder. So 4 cannot be the LCM of 3 and 4. What do? We multiply. We multiply the denominators. 3 times 4, the answer is 3 times 4, the answer is 12. So 12 is the LCM. 12 is the LCM of 3 and 4. So right now here we divide 3 into 12. How many times does 3 go into 12? So 3 into 12, the answer is 4. We open the brackets, we put the numerator there, we write our sign there, which is a minus sign. 4 into 12, the answer is 3. We open the brackets, we put our numerator 13, then close. Okay, so 4 times 5, the answer is 20, minus 3 times 13. 3 times 3, the answer is 9. 3 times 1, the answer is 3. So 39 over 12. So 20 minus 39 over 12. So now what is 20 minus 39? The answer is negative 19 over 12. So why a negative? So here when you're subtracting, we always get the sign of a bigger number. So this sign belongs to 39. This is a bigger number here, 39. So the answer will be a negative. We follow the sign of the bigger number, and then the bigger number here is 13. 13 is carrying the minus sign. 20 is positive, a small number. So now here, Is that a final answer? No. We can divide 12 into 19. So 12 into 19, the answer is 1. That's negative 1. One whole number. Remainder 7 over 12. That's our answer. That's our answer. So just to run through, let's run through the question again. So the question was 1 whole number 2 over 3 minus 2.5 plus 3 over 4. So now, such kind of a question, I said we use board mass. Why board mass? How do you know that you're supposed to use board mass? So you're supposed, how do you know that you're supposed to use board mass? You check, is there, how many signs are there? If there are more than one sign, then you're supposed to use board mass. Like in this case, we had more than one sign, so we're supposed to use board mass. So according to board mass, this letter stands for brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So according to board mass, he said before you use multiplication, make sure you have utilized the division side, or before you use the division, make sure you have utilized the brackets of division. So according to board mass, addition comes first before subtraction comes. Okay, so here addition was we have got minus and addition, so we're going to start with addition. According to board mass, addition comes first. So we're going to solve these two fractions. If you say 2.5 over 1, so 2.5 plus 3 over 4. Okay, this was our question. So I said, such kind of a question, you first change this. A 0.5 means a half, so we write 2 1 over 2. That's where we got a half from. 0.5 means a half, plus 3 over 4. So now we have to change this mixed fraction into a proper or an improper fraction. So we multiply 2 times 2 plus 1 plus 1. The answer is 2 times 2, 4, plus 1, 5 over that 2 here. Plus, then we bring this down, 3 over 4. When we reach here, we need to find for the LCM. The LCM, lowest common multiple of 2 and 4. That is a number which we can divide 2 and 4 without leaving any remainder. So you first ask yourself, can 4 go into 4 without leaving remainder? Yes. Can 2 go into 4 without leaving remainder? The answer is yes. So we use 4 as the LCM of 2 and 4. So now here we divide 2 into 4. 2 into 4, the answer is 2. We open the brackets, we bring the numerator in the brackets, plus 4 into 4, the answer is 1. Open the brackets, bring the 3, which is the numerator, put it inside there. Then here we multiply 2 times 5, the answer is 10. Plus 1 times 3, the answer is 3, over the LCM 4. Here we add 10 plus 3, the answer is 13 over 4. I said here, do not divide because we're still solving. Now, we get this fraction, we put it behind the first fraction. Okay, we said when you put it in front of the first fraction, then the answer will be wrong. This fraction is supposed to occupy its position, which is behind the first fraction. So now we get 1 whole number 2 over 3, 1 whole number 2 over 3 minus 13 over 4. We change this into a proper or an improper fraction. We say 1 times 3, the answer is 3, plus 2, the answer is 5 over 3, minus 13 over 4. Here again, we look for the LCM of 3 and 4. So the lowest common multiple for 3 and 4, how do we find it? We multiply 3 times 4, the answer is 12. That's the LCM of 3 and 4. Then now we divide 3 into 12. 3 into 12, the answer is 4. Open bracket, we put the numerator there. Minus 4 into 12, the answer is 3. Open brackets, we put the numerators there, we close. Then now here we multiply 4 times 5, the answer is 20. Minus 3 times 13, the answer is 39. So now here we sub over the numerator, the lowest common multiple 12. Here we subtract 20 minus 39. The answer is negative 19. Why a negative? You always get the sign of a bigger number. So the sign of a bigger number here, 39 carries a minus sign. So the answer will be negative 19, sorry, over 12. The answer does not end there. This can still go there. So we divide 12 into 19. So 12 into 19, it's negative 1 whole number. Remainder 7 over 12. That's our answer according to board mass rules. let us now look at the last set of on fractions. Now let's look at fractions involving a multiplication sign and a division sign. So we can have that. And that. Okay, so 2 over 6 divided by 3 over 5. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, we say 2 over 6. When you write, so this number, this sign supposed to change into a multiplication sign. So now how does this sign change into a multiplication sign? So say 2 over 6 times, when you write a times sign there, this 5, the denominator becomes the numerator, the numerator becomes the denominator. So make sure then master it. Then only numbers you change, the only numbers you change are on your right hand side. Okay, on your right hand side before the sign, on your right hand side. Do not change numbers before the sign. That is your left hand side. So you only change your numbers, the numbers after the sign on your right hand side. So these are the numbers we have changed. The denominator becomes the numerator becomes the denominator. Okay, so here we say 2 times 5, the answer is 10. 6 times 3, the answer is 18. So there you look at, you ask yourself, do we have any number which can be divided, which can go into 10 and 18 without leaving a remainder? The answer is yes, we've got 2. 2 into 10, the answer is 5. 2 into 18, the answer is 9. Any other number? No. So this is our answer. So I've seen we have covered 2 things here, division and multiplication. So that's how you solve fractions involving a division sign. Always apply the principle when you see a fraction question which has got a division side. Always know that this sign is supposed to change to a multiplication sign. So what we're saying here is that you change the numbers after the sign. So you change this, the denominator becomes the numerator becomes the denominator. 5 goes on top, 3 comes down, then the sign changes. Then you just multiply 2 times 5, 10, over 6 times 3, 18. So we divide. This is not a final answer because 2 can go into 18 and 10. So 2 into 10, 5, 2 into 18, 9. Okay, so that's our final answer. So thank you very much for joining me solving and teaching fractions. I hope when you are alone and be faced with questions under fractions, you remember the principle. First principle, master the fractions. When you see, master the topic. When you see the question, ask yourself, what is the name of the topic? Immediately when you identify fractions, and ask yourself, what principle is applicable to this kind of a fraction? Thanks once more. This is your host and your presenter, Dr. J. Catch me next time on Let's Solve It. Bye-bye.